Hi Pisces, and welcome to your reading for March 2019. My name is Melanie. This is a general reading, so it may or may not fit for you, and it's for Pisces sun, moon or rising signs. And let's just jump right in. So I use 5 cards for monthly spreads, and the first card there representing the past energy, past influence that may be weaving its way into this month is the Two of Cups card for you guys. The second card representing the current month, current issues and situation, the King of Coins or Pentacles. Third card representing possible obstacles that may show up this month, the Judgment card. In the position of helpful tools this month, the Queen of Cups card. And finally, the outcome card for this month is the Nine of Wands. And that little card, or the big card, sorry, lying down there, that represents the overall theme for the month for you guys, and that one is called Moth, and it represents shadow self. I'll be talking about that card in particular later on towards the end of the reading. So what do all these cards mean altogether? So I'm just going to go through them one by one and see if we can see a bit of a picture here for March for Pisces. Starting with the Two of Cups in the past energy position. Two of Cups is just such a beautiful, lovely, loving card of partnerships, attraction, connection, soul connections, total trust, joy, sharing as a couple, compromise as a couple, real blossoming romance, kindred spirits, kindred connection, friendships that blossom into a romance, or a relationship that sort of develops over time. This is a card of soulmates, of a harmonious match, of such a deep connection, loving, open exchange, sharing real love and communication and connection, and having that real total trust in someone else. Feeling very loved and cared for. So it looks like you've, at some point in your past, whether recently or a while ago, had this experience, felt deeply connected to someone, had a real soul connection with someone, and felt deeply open and trusting, and experienced real joy and happiness come into your life in terms of a relationship and a deep connection with someone. Moving into which is beautiful, well done. Moving into the current month of March for Pisces sun, moon and rising sign people, the King of Coins card there, otherwise known as the King of Pentacles. So that's what's possibly dominating the scene for this month. So this king, as a king himself, as a court card, look, this could actually represent an actual person in your life, could be a man in a position of authority, being a king, a real in a leadership role, or it could be somebody who embodies the energy of the King of Coins. Sorry, I have a bit of a cold, so I'm just stumbling over my words a bit here. This king is the king of wealth, of pentacles being about earthly things, money, work, tangible possessions. This king is a wealthy man. He's very sumptuous. He knows what he's doing with money. He's usually a financial advisor. He appreciates the finer things in life. He's all about luxury. He's generous. He's not lazy, but he reserves his resources. He puts in work and he gets very good results, financially speaking. He's romantic. He represents sensuality, security, control, power, abundance, discipline. This is an earth sign person, possibly. So that would be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This card represents sort of someone good at accumulating and providing. In a very hard-working card, able to get what you want through discipline, through hard work, and real appreciation of the wealth that is generated as a result of that. Having really good business acumen, really able to, you know, probably not an entrepreneur, or possibly, but just a very good businessman who's very successful and really mastered something, probably someone very bright, very experienced. So this card is just encouraging you to be wise with your money, consult financial advice. It's kind of radically different to the Two of Cups card, I'm thinking, but also this card could just say that you really appreciate the finer things in life. We certainly are this month, and pleasurable things, and to get back in touch with that if you have been working very hard, maybe in a relationship, and you perhaps both of you need to go away now, or you need to value quality over quantity, and see the value in luxury and luxuriating in pleasures and riches in day-to-day life, and somehow get back in touch with that energy this month, or that energy certainly around you this month, that you're in a position, having worked quite hard, and now you perhaps have accumulated some really awesome stuff, financially speaking, or, you know, feeling a lot of stability and security, and on top of your game in that regards. Don't forget to spend some of your money and really appreciate that. Maybe spend it on each other. The next card along, representing possible obstacles this month, and that is the Judgment card. This is a card of sort of things coming back from the dead, in a way. It's a card of sudden realizations and a real cathartic climax, in a way. A resolution, a renewal, a rebirth, an absolution, an inner calling, or a calling from the heavens above. It's a call to new life, things rising from the ashes, coming back from the dead, in a way. It can be a card about being judged by others, or judging yourself, you judging other people. It's a reminder card that your actions are always seen and judged by the universe. So be mindful of that. This card can represent court and legal issues. Maybe there is something going on there in relation to that King of Pentacles card there, and some court or legal issues coming up, and some judgments being made around some actions, or that you've been involved in, things coming to light. With this card, anything that you've been trying to hide, or someone has been hiding from you, it all comes out now. You know, everything is seen on Judgment Day, basically. So something has been going on sneakily, shall we say, in the background. This card is saying you need to come clean, because the truth is going to come out in the end. This is a card sort of about the beginning of the end, and it's a real wake up call, because kind of like you are being seen, whether you want to be or not. And this is kind of a card of recreating yourself, or rehabilitating yourself, and that there's a sentence, in a way, kind of being imposed on actions that you or another person has done in the past, and really reminding you that we all end up in the same place when we are no longer here. So I think it's definitely a warning card of, I think, judgments being made about you. So I don't know obviously I don't know what's been happening there in your life for this card to just be a potential warning card that anything that's been going on behind the scenes is probably going to come out, possibly going to come out this month, and to be mindful of that. Be mindful of your own personal judgment, perhaps, of other people as well, and the way people are looking at and judging you. What may be useful this month is the Queen of Cups card. this may well represent an actual person. Court cards can represent people. Cups is about the water signs, so you guys are water signs, so another Pisces, or let me think, a Scorpio. What's the other water sign? It'll come back to me. Where have I got my notes? So this could be an actual person who is going to be helpful this month, possibly female or otherwise someone who embodies the energies of the Queen of Cups card. The cups are about feelings, are about emotions, are about relationships. The Queen of Cups, she feels very deeply. She's very calm, she's compassionate, she's intuitive. She can balance emotion and intuition. She's very gentle, affectionate woman. She's in control of her emotions. She's very tuned into them. She takes care of other people. Excuse me, sorry, I just sneezed. Good Lord, I'm really struggling through this one. Really sorry, Pisces. And this woman, if this is a woman, a person in your life, they're probably an older woman with a lot of maturity, a lot of grace, who's very wise, and she's someone that you can really trust. She shows a lot of tender love. This could be a card about aspects of your life as well. If it's not about a person coming in to help you this month, it could be about aspects of your life that are very rich and full, emotionally speaking. And I wonder if that's related to that Two of Cups card that we see right at the beginning there. Being able to help you in some way. So I don't know if you are going through some sort of legal issues. Looks like there is a person around you or an energy within you that you can tap into that is very nurturing, very devoted, very happy, very emotionally soft and gentle, that you can turn to, that is going to support you or guide you through something this month that may be going on. And I think there is something going on, because when we look at the outcome card there, you have the Nine of Wands. That card is about being a bit battle weary. It's having strength and stamina and kind of coming through something quite challenging that could include an accident or an illness, you know, and kind of getting through that. But being a bit worn out and kind of pausing a bit. You've had success after a difficult time, after some setbacks and delays. There's almost been a bit of a test of faith. This card is about encouraging you to still persist, continue to have that resilience. You're nearly at the end. This is a 9 card and 10 representing the end of a cycle, so you're nearly there. Just have a bit of a pause, take a breath, gather yourself again and keep going, because it's not the time to quit and to finish now. It's like there's been some sort of war or challenge that's going on, and you've sort of been protecting yourself in some way. And there's been a lot of different perspectives or opinions around you, and you've gained some sort of knowledge or mastery in something, and you've taken on advice of certain people in your life, which may well be a good thing, or one person in particular. Maybe that's that person in the Queen of Cups card. This is a card of resting and regrouping after a battle, gathering more fuel for the fire, respecting yourself in that way, that you are a little bit worn out, maybe you're a little bit overdone in your head, you know, there's been a lot of thinking and stress involved, and you're just pausing. But don't give up. This card is saying not to give up with what you're working on or what that challenge has been for you guys. I'm really sorry that I can't think of that. It's driving me crazy, that third water sign. Cancer, that's what it is. It's the Queen of Cups, about that a possible older water sign female coming in to help you, or someone who embodies those energies. So now I'm just going to move on to that final card there, representing the overall theme for the month for Pisces. I like to read from this beautiful book, the Dreamtime Reading Cards. I use these cards kind of like oracle cards. The Dreamtime is the Aboriginal Australian spiritual belief system. These cards are just visually very beautiful. The dot paintings, very typical of Aboriginal Australian art. And I really love the words and the meaning behind these cards. They really fit for me, and I find they really resonate with a lot of the readings. So I'm just going to read about moth and the shadow self. The bogong moth played a major part in the diet of some of the traditional peoples of Australia. It's a very large moth, almost as long as your hand. The moths gather together at certain times of the year to mate and lay their eggs. Many language groups would join together to feast on these moths, which were a fantastic food source full of good fats and proteins when they were in season. It is because the bogong moth was so important in the traditional diet of some Aboriginal people that it was shared communally. This needed a high level of trust between the different groups and also tolerance of each other's differences. The moth, as a messenger, is associated with hidden meanings and information. That makes me think of that judgment card there. It also represents your shadow self, or those parts of yourself you prefer not to show others. Because the moth is a nocturnal insect and is able to see in the darkness and gravitate towards the light, it asks you to be honest about what inner fears or issues you are being encouraged to bring forward into the light. That does again remind me of the judgment card. A moth looks dull under the moon or light. A moth looks dull until the moon or light illuminates the shine of silver dust coating its wings, allowing its true magic and beauty to be seen. When I think of the moon or the light illuminating, to me that is that Queen of Cups energy. There's nothing to do with the moon in there, but in terms of light and kind of a place to be seen and a place to feel safe, and to let that side come out of you in a safe way. If there has been things that you've been hiding from yourself, in particular, and you're now wanting or needing to almost share them, I think there is something to do. If I look right back to the Two of Cups card there, maybe there is something going on within that, or something that you've been hiding from a close connection. Even though you're in quite a good position this month, a very good position with the King of Coins energy there, a very sumptuous, luxurious kind of energy of being at the top of your game in some regard. But it's like there's something going on in the background, perhaps an inner struggle. I'm wondering now with the Nine of Wands card saying you look a bit battle weary. You are pausing, you need to pause, but don't stop now. Anyway, Pisces, they may or may not have resonated for you. That's totally fine. Take what you like, leave the rest, check the other signs, or check any other readers on YouTube. There's some amazing readers out there. I'm thankful that you've taken the time to watch and listen to this reading, and I wish you all the best for March. Hope to see you back in April. Bye.